In this episode, we take a look at the last two remaining liveries that are currently available in the soft top version. And these both belong to the RAF. Now, the RAF is the Royal Air Force, which was founded in 1918 at the end of the First World War, and is the oldest air force in the world. As in common with many of the armed forces throughout the world, they were very quick to realise the benefits of the Land Rover brand in all its forms, and they soon took their place, serving alongside many other vehicles. Cararama chose to model two different liveries for this subject, and the first one you can see here in the red with the white roof and RAF written along the side. The second is a yellow livery, and this is a more plain version with just RAF picked out in black. We'll stay with this yellow version, and we currently have three in the collection. This model can be found with the painted running gear, but up to press I've been unable to find a version of it with Type A wheels. Now, this is not the most common of the models, and it's interesting to note that there is a version out there somewhere that does feature Type A wheels, but oddly has the unpainted running gear. So it's probably a case of just being unlucky and not managed to come across one yet. But until I get concrete proof that it does exist, I won't be adding it to the list. The blue entry that's seen here is one model that features the Type 2 vent panel. Now, I'm pretty certain this one exists, but there's always that shadow of a doubt, so we'll leave it in blue, but I'm pretty certain that one is out there. This particular livery has not been done by Oxford yet, but given its simplicity, I would have thought it's an ideal candidate, so may well be worth keeping an eye out for. We move now to the red and white version. Now, this is not as prevalent as the yellow one. They still can be found, but they don't crop up too often. As you can see, we've got two versions in the collection, and this sort of follows the same pattern as the previous ones, with having a painted running gear version, but again unable to find it with Type A wheels. Yet the blue section suggests that there is a Type A wheel version out there, but very hard to find. Registration numbers seem to be split between GPX and if the blue versions are indeed in existence, these seem to bear the WXX registration numbers. Well, that draws to a close our choices in the soft top version, and it's highly unlikely that any new liveries will appear in this scale, as Oxford currently do their 1/76th scale, which I also collect, but that's another story. The 1/76 ones are vastly superior in detail and quality, and not that much more expensive than what the Cararama offerings have been. So I've been very surprised that they've actually reissued some of the old liveries, but grateful nevertheless. But I was surprised when they came along. So where does that leave us with the series now? Well, there's still two pickups with open frames to look at. There's the hard top, which only seems to have appeared in the one version. And then there's the station wagons in about 5 different colours. And then there's the Defenders, long wheelbase and short wheelbase. So there's plenty to go at. For those of you who've managed to stay with us right from the beginning of this series, I'd like to congratulate you. You certainly got some stamina, but if just one person finds these guides useful, then it's well worth the effort. Until the next episode, Happy collecting!